One of my agency clients, 40 people, over 100 enterprise Shopify projects. Leadership teams working 10 or more hours of overtime every single week. And 90% of their leaders were reporting low confidence. They weren't having the conversations that actually mattered. The ones that redirected poor performance, cleared the air, or held people accountable. They had a strong business, growing fast, and a leadership layer that was quietly fracturing under the pressure of growth. Before working with us, they had done what most scaling companies do. Promoted their strongest performers into leadership positions, run workshops, restructured, but the problems kept coming back. Not because the people were wrong, because the system around the people had never been designed to hold what they were now. Decision rights were implied, but never explicit. Leaders knew they had authority, but not where that authority ended. So they deferred upward. Every check-in, every escalation, every, "I just want to run this by you," was a system telling them it was safer to ask than decide. So here's what we found. We started with a diagnostic, not a training plan, not a workshop series, a real look at what was happening inside the organization. What our diagnostic revealed was not a confidence problem at the individual level, it was a structural ambiguity. Nobody had ever said, here is who decides what. Here is where the authority actually lives. Here is the protocol when somebody needs to escalate. That ambiguity was creating constant friction, not because the leaders were weak, because the system they were operating inside had evolved organically and had never been redesigned for the complexity that they were navigating. Over 6 months of embedded partnership work with us, building the leadership system alongside individual capability development, the numbers moved. Leadership confidence went from 42% to 90%. Leaders collectively reclaimed 21 hours per week. Weekly overtime dropped on the leadership team by 50%. One-to-one meeting preparation time dropped from 1 to 1 hour to 15 minutes for these leaders, and 100% of participating leaders said the program extensively improved their leadership skills. One of our leaders in the program said, "I feel way more confident in handling difficult employee discussions, and there is so much more engagement within my team." The work did not decrease, the system became clearer, and clarity at scale is everything. So, what does this mean for you? If you're a founder or CEO watching your organization grow, and noticing that growth is making things harder rather than easier, more escalations, slower decisions, leaders with authority who are not exercising, this is not a talent problem, it's a systems problem. And system problems require system solutions, not more training days. The same pattern applies at the individual level. If you're a senior leader who feels like you are working harder but not getting further, the answer is almost never work harder. It is identity in what your current structure is creating the friction. For CEOs and people leaders, if what I've described sounds familiar, I'd welcome a conversation about what a leadership systems audit looks like for your team. The discovery call link is below.